Hey guys, GarageBus here, back at it again. We're gonna fix this issue on this Hyundai Tucson. It's a 2011. It's code P0200A. You can see it down at the bottom. You can read the description for more details. But that's the code. You can Google it, and if you're here, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a quick fix. If obviously, like, as always, if you see it in my channel, then you know you can do it because anybody can do what I'm about to do. So your problem is your intake manifold control motor, and I have a link in the description if you want to buy this same part, or you can buy it wherever you want, but you can buy it on Amazon. It's next day delivery or whatever. But our part is right here, and I'm going to show you how to replace it. You're gonna want to wait for the engine to be cool, because you're going to remove the radiator hose so you can have some access there, and if it's turned on even for like 2 minutes, it's going to get hot pretty quick. So make sure it's cold so you won't burn yourself. But we're gonna remove a couple of things, like for example, just for light purposes, I'm gonna take this off and give it some more space, and we're gonna remove this here so we can have some more space. But I'm gonna show you everything in just a second. That's your part. This is a 2011 Hyundai Tucson. It's the same for this engine and all the Hyundais, and this is a very common issue. So here we go, guys. Okay guys, so our first step is to make up some space, and it's very easy. So you're gonna get some pliers, just like this one, all beat up. But we're gonna loosen up these two hoses just from the top part, because I'm gonna take off this whole piece together. And it's very easy. I already did one of them, as you can see here. It's just this little clip from here. I just pulled it out. I'm gonna do this one just so you can see how easy it is. So again, anybody can do this just like that. And once it's off, you just pull like this, take that out. Then you're gonna come down here. You're not gonna remove this, just leave it like that, because we're gonna remove this whole cover. But down here on the side, if you see this screw right here, it's for the air intake here. So just get this. This is my setup right here. A couple extensions. It's a size 10. So that right there, that screw is a size 10. You're gonna come in here just like this and loosen this up. And then you're gonna, I'm not gonna show you, but you're gonna loosen that up and then pull this out. But before you pull that out, you have to unclip this. There's 4 clips. The air filters in here. This. I already did this one, I think. No, not yet. I did that one. So now this is loose. This is loose. You gotta pull this out. I'm gonna use both of my hands, but you get the idea. Loosen that out, and then loosen that over there. Loosen that over there. And then this whole thing will come out, and we'll have space to work on our manifold control motor. So go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay guys, so I removed everything already. I took that off, loosened it off. I removed that. I use the flathead or any tools you have, and just kind of pry it and then move it to the side, and it loosens it up. All these hoses have been there for years or whatever, so they're always stuck. You have to shake them and stuff. But see, now this comes out. The whole thing, I'm just gonna throw it to the side here, and now we have more access to our actuator or into our control motor. So there it is. We're gonna remove this again. Remember, if your engine is hot, even if you turn it on for a minute, it's gonna be super hot. You can touch it, you can feel that it's hot. Like mine's still hot, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your pliers. And this right here, this clip is gonna obviously press it and pull it back. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that with my both hands. And what I have ready is that I have some rags, and I'm gonna try and clog this once I take it off. So I'm gonna put one in the engine side and one in the hose, and obviously raise the hose so it won't leak. But it's definitely gonna leak coolant. So make sure you're ready for that. Once you pull it out, aim it up and move it to the side. I'm gonna use the rugs to just clog it, and that's it. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a mess. I'll show you after effect. But yeah, just do that, and I'm gonna show you what you have to do next. Okay guys, so I removed the hose. As you can see, I kind of clogged it here with the rag, and I'm just holding it there on the side. That one you have to let it drain because you need the space, so kind of try and control that a little bit, but it's okay. So anyways, now that we're done with that, we can see, and I'm gonna get in here, you can see there's 3 screws. They're size 10. Is this guy, and then that guy over there. You see that guy? So I'm gonna show you my setup. There's a plug here. It's very easy. Just push here, push. You can actually hear the click push that and then pull up. So push and pull. There you go. Right, so just push this in and then you pull it out. You can use a flathead if you're having issues, because usually these things they break and stuff. But pull it on the side, and then this is my setup right here, extension with a small socket. Because when you come to this one here on the side, when you come to this one on the side, this whole pipe or whatever, this plastic here won't let you really get it straight. So make sure you don't mess up your screw. But I can actually get in here, and as you can see, there you go. I can turn it, and once you loosen them out, you can finish them off with your hand. Actually, using my left, and I'm recording, but there you go. So, rule of thumb on this stuff, everything you do with cars, you always leave the easiest screw for last. Okay, so don't do this one yet. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna do the one in the bottom, which is right there. And this is it, how I'm gonna get in here. Just so I can show you, so you can do it as well. Right there, perfect. Put your hand underneath so you won't fall out the screw. But leave this one for last, okay? So do those two, and then this one. The size 10, there's only 3. Go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna show you what you have to do next. All right, guys. So I removed it. It was very easy. It was a 5-minute job, maybe less. This is a quick job, very easy. You're gonna have trouble with this little piece because it goes in between. This part, like this little ear right here, goes here in between. So you just pull this back. It's metal. Just watch out what the hole says. I use my flathead, and I kind of got in there and pushed it out, and then I came in and took it from the bottom. Now right away when I took it off, I found out the problem. So this is my old part. It's this, and then it comes with a little plastic that you move, which was broken, as you can see. And if you can see, like, there's a piece in here. Yeah, let me take this out. So see, there's this little plastic that comes with it, and this is the new part, and this is what I'm talking about. See, so this thing right here, you just put it on. Do this real quick. So you put it here in this, and then you actually put it in there first, right? And if you can see, like, this side is round, the inside, if you see the inside is round, and then the back side is flat. So you can only put it in one way. See how this is, the lines are straight inside, and then when you come here, they're curved, they're round. So this goes in there, and then you put in this part, this little thing. This little thing goes in the flat side, I believe. Yeah, this, just like that, and then the other side goes in there. Mine was broken, and this is the issue with this car. So you probably have this issue, and this is your fix. Don't worry about anything else. Don't do anything else. Don't let a mechanic or somebody else lie to you. If you have this code P0200A, this is your problem. The part was like, I can't remember the price, $40, $50, $80. Not even that. It's so easy to fix. You may find it, like, let's say if you buy it at the dealership and it's maybe like $180. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather do this job again if it breaks in a year and 2. But it's a 2011 vehicle. If it lasts me for a year and a half, it's good enough for me, because I can replace it again. I can replace it 3 times before getting to the actual price of a dealership or whatever for the part. So even though it's like a made in China part, it's good enough because it's not a big issue. And then the original ones came defective. So yeah. This is your fix. Very good, very easy job. I hopefully this helped you guys. If it did, just like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you had any issues or if you had any other questions. Putting it back is the same process, but in reverse. It's gonna have to push this in once I have it in place. Always start with when you put it back, start with the first one, this one, the easy one, so you can hold it in place, and then do the other 2. Remember to put in your hoses. Refill the antifreeze. I don't think it leaked a lot for me, but tap it off again, the radiator. And that's it, guys. Hopefully it helped. Thanks for watching. Check the link for the description of the parts and everything else. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day.